We are live, ma'am.
Thank you, Soumya.
Thank you.
All right. Good evening, everyone. Once again, how are you all doing? How are you all doing? Just tell me fast in the chat box. Great, great. I can see a lot of people have already started greeting. Yes. Good evening. Good evening. Hi, Gagandeep, Simran. Hi, Davinder, Anjali, Harvinder. Lovely to see you all. Very good. Hi, Kanchan. Good evening, Neet. Good evening, Jebonish, Yamini. Wow, more than 100 messages. Very good, very good. Great. I'm absolutely fine, guys. I'm also doing well. Yeah, great, great. All right. So today I'm once again here with all of you, and I will be discussing the most common topics for IELTS speaking. Yes. So day before yesterday, we discussed about some best writing practices. Yesterday, we spoke about how to introduce yourself in speaking part one. And today I'm going to um, tell you or the most common topics for IELTS speaking and little bit how we should get prepared. Hi, Gagan. Welcome, 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 guys. Welcome. Right? So great. Now, you know what? Students are always asking me how to prepare for the IELTS exam, and I know it's really a difficult question to answer. How many of you have this question right now? So I think so. There is no simple answer to this. Hi, Arjun. Welcome, welcome. Very nice. It is good to see that many people have joined for the first time. Great, great. Good evening, Tushali. Good evening. Right. So, guys, the IELTS test is just a test of your English skills. All right. So native speakers would have no difficulty in passing it. Yes, however, there are definitely some important things you can do to speed up the learning process. Yes, we all are learning. We are still in the learning process. Yes or no? How many of you have already given your IELTS test? How many of you have already given your IELTS test? Great, Disha, very good. Welcome again. All right. Great, great. So definitely you can learn writing structures. Yes, practice your listening, or you can memorize some useful vocabulary. Okay. There are so many approaches, to approach the IELTS test. But one important thing, one important point is to consider it in terms of topics. Yeah. How to prepare for common IELTS topics. So this is what I'm going to throw light on today. Yes, how to get prepared for some common IELTS topics that we know, right? Great. So we have a lot of audience on the YouTube as well. Hi, Sarabjeet, Komal. Hi, Salman. Great. Hi, Rakesh, Mavjoor. Very good. Very good. Now, once you know what the common IELTS topics are, you can better prepare for the IELTS actual exam. Yes, so this can be done in different ways, right? So, for example, let me give you a very beautiful example here. Okay, so you could try building up your vocabulary for each of the topics, and that's one of the ways. Okay, so when you know that you may be asked about, for example, buildings or architecture, yes, you can then figure out some basic vocabulary on that particular topic, right? Or likewise, if you have you can ask yourself to describe a sports person for that matter, or describe an animal. Yeah, so you should also look at the different parts of the exam in which each of these topics may likely arise. Okay, right? So when you already know that these are the common topics that are asked in the IELTS speaking test, so you should first of all get yourself ready to build up some useful vocabulary for those topics. Okay. All right. Good evening once again, Pratibha. Great, great. All right. Okay. Yeah. So let's not waste more time and walk towards the session, right? So before I get started, let me introduce myself to all of you. People, those who already know me, yes. And people, those who do not know me, my name is Ketki. Yes, I'm one of the IELTS educator at the LeapScholar. I have got more than 12 years of experience in teaching IELTS. I have trained thousands of IELTS aspirants like you. I am a US certified trainer for verbal ability for test like SAT, GRE, GMAT, IELTS, and TOEFL, right? And I'm also a corporate soft skill trainer, English language, and I also take care of communication trainings, right? This is all about myself. Yes, I know, a lot of people already know me. Great, great. And yes, another thing that I wanted to tell you that, yes, guys, when am I going to start my fresh batch? Yes, from today, guys. From today, 15th December. I had seen a lot of people, those who have already registered in the batches. Yes, I'm going to come up with 2 batches today, right? One goes from 7 p.m. to 8 p.m. and the another batch goes from 8:30 p.m. to 9:30 p.m. Right? It's a 4 weeks IELTS crash course batch. And we will be covering everything here. We will be covering everything. To name 20 hours of live classes going to happen every day for 1 hour. Okay. We will be covering all the 4 modules, all the question types that you are going to get in your IELTS test. Yes, we will be having weekly mock tests, one-on-one speaking feedbacks, expert writing evaluations, and recording of all the live classes. Yes. The most interesting thing about this course is you get this course for just rupees 95. But for that, you will have to remember this code. You will have to apply this code, which is KA Live 20 for additional 20% discount. Komal, you will be able to improve your speaking. Don't worry. Come to the session. Come to the session. The entire IELTS preparation journey is going to be awesome, right? It is going to be awesome. Yes. We are sharing the link in the chat box. We are going to share the link in the chat box. Yes, it is here. Yes, guys, it is here. The link is being shared in the chat box. And the course fee is just for rupees 95, guys. It is unbelievable, right? We have very few seats left. I'm going to start the batch at 7 p.m. today. One at 7 p.m., another at 8:30 p.m. Right? Great. The link is being shared. People, those who are asking me how to join, please go and click on that link, apply the promo code and get yourself registered. Great. Yes, Aisha, it is, no, 95 rupees is not for per class. It is for the entire course, guys. Aisha, it is for the entire course. Yes? Great. I have another good news for you. Just hold on your, guys, just hold on your breath. I'm coming up with another exciting news for you. Now we have come up with a super plan for IELTS aspirants. We have come up with a super plan for IELTS students, right? So if you register yourself for this crash course, 4 weeks crash course, yes, you get an IELTS fast track series absolutely free of cost. Okay, so you get the benefits of both the courses with the purchase of IELTS Plus course, right? So with this, you get this also. Okay, with this, you get this also, right? Please get rupees 95 at just rupees 95. Use the promo code and you will have an access to fast track course as well. It's a limited period offer, guys, so don't miss it. Don't miss it. Don't miss it, guys. So the beauty of this course, fast track, you can learn at your own pace. Yes, you can attend all the live doubt classes. You have exclusive study material and you have lifetime access to everything. You have lifetime access to everything. And this fast track access, the access to this fast track course will be automatically added with your IELTS crash course, IELTS Plus crash course batch. All right. So this offer is for just a very limited period of time, guys. So don't waste your time. I am giving you a minute, right? If you want to enroll right away, please go click on the link and join the course. Yes, people, those who are pretty serious, those who are really serious to take your IELTS preparation journey very nicely, please go and click on the link. At just ₹95, you get IELTS Plus and Fast Track as well, right? This is the first time that we have come up with this super duper plan, guys. Yes, Saurabh, you can again buy this course. Yes, definitely. Don't wait. Great, that's absolutely okay, Saurabh. Great, very nice, very nice. So how many of you have purchased this beautiful offer? Let me know how many of you have already enrolled. Great, Venumadha, very good. Wonderful, wonderful. Great, Anisha, very good, very good. All right. The duration of the course is Komal 4 weeks. 4 weeks. Monday to Friday, 1 hour every day, 4 weeks. Great. Very nice. All right. So let me just have a quick walkthrough over the basic structure of the test. So you know that IELTS is an English language exam that is required to be taken by candidates considering studying or migrating in a country or working in a country where English is the main language of communication. People, those who do not know about anything about IELTS, okay? So most popular or most common countries where IELTS is accepted, they are UK, Australia, New Zealand, USA, Canada, etc. All right. So the exam mainly measures the ability of test takers to communicate in the 4 basic English language skills, right? To name them: listening, reading, writing, and speaking. All right. So we get 30 minutes for listening. Total number of questions are 40. There are different types of questions, right? Then in reading, we get 60 minutes, again 40 questions. Again, reading test is tested depending upon different types of questions again, right? We have 2 tasks in writing, 2 questions in writing, all right? And this also goes for 60 minutes. So we have 20 minutes for task 1 and 40 minutes for task 2. Okay, and speaking, yes, definitely we are going to highlight a lot of things on speaking today. So the total duration of speaking is 11 to 14 minutes, and the speaking is divided into 3 parts. All right, so this is the basic test structure you need to understand. Yes, the first and the most important thing is you need to understand the test pattern. You need to understand the structure of the test. All right, great. Okay, now this is the suggested time when I talk about speaking. Yes, so today our main agenda will be speaking. Very good, Salman. I can see people have already purchased the course. Very good. Great. Yes, Rakesh, all our live classes. Yes. All right. Now, what is the purpose of the test? Okay, so we are talking about speaking, guys. Yes. So part 1 goes for 4 to 5 minutes. Part 2 goes for 3 to 4 minutes. And part 3 goes for 4 to 5 minutes again, right? Now, what is the purpose of the test? Okay. So the speaking is an oral test between you and your examiner, right? So the purpose of the test is to determine how effectively you can communicate in English, right? So the test goes for 11 to 14 minutes. There are 3 main parts. Each part is clearly divided into specific time. Each part is divided into specific time. Okay, so many people, they ask me about when we will get to know that our time is over or we have spoken enough, how we will come to know, right? Just make a note, guys. You do not have to worry about how long each section is going to be, as the examiner will only manage the time for you. Okay, he's going to manage everything for you, right? The examiner will move on from one part to the next, okay, using phrases like okay, let's talk about this. Okay, he or she can even interrupt you if you have spoken long enough on the topic, right? So that's how the test is divided into three main parts, and each part is different in terms of the type of task you are given, first of all. Okay, the type of task, right? The type of language, all right, and how you and your examiner interact, the way you both interact. Okay, now what style of speaking should you use? Any idea? Yes, guys, who will tell me? What style of speaking you should use? I'm sorry. Exactly, yes. So you should use a formal style of speaking. Yeah, you should first of all feel relaxed. Don't panic, don't hesitate, don't feel nervous. Just calm down your nerves, be relaxed and speak. Okay, your tone should be very natural. Yeah, that means you should not memorize an answer beforehand. All right, I did tell you this yesterday also. Okay, you should be confident. Oh, I'm sorry. All right. Okay, you should be very confident when you speak. All right, what else, guys? What else do you think? Yes, exactly. You should sound like that you are interested in the topic and you want to speak more and more. Okay, you are interested in the topic and you want to speak more and more. Very good, right? Exactly. So how your interview is assessed, or how your speaking test is assessed. So there are 4 specific categories based on which your speaking is evaluated, your speaking is assessed. What are those? What are those 4 band descriptors? What are those 4 marking parameters, guys? Yes, tell me. Absolutely, Mayank, you're absolutely right. You should have a feel about the topic. Yes. Yeah. Very good, Mansatkar. Very good. It's the first is fluency and coherence. Wonderful. Next, very good. Grammar. Very good. Pronunciation. Wow. Very nice. What else? Yes. And lexical resource. Very good. That's vocabulary. All right. So these are the 4 parameters based on which your speaking is assessed. All right. So these are the basic things you should know absolutely before you start preparing for your test. All right. Let's move ahead. Okay. Now let's come to speaking part 1. Okay. So in speaking part 1, as I said, it goes for 4 to 5 minutes and the interviewer will be asking you a set of 10 to 12 questions about yourself, right? So as we can see here, the questions will be related to you or your daily life or your interest, right? So the common topics that we get in IELTS speaking part 1 are hobbies. Don't just say blindly, I love reading books. Yes, the examiner might ask you, okay, tell me something about your favorite book, and then you are blank, right? So be natural. That's why prepare in such a way that you should sound natural, that you are speaking, okay? Your family, your friends, food, music, etc. Okay, the examiner should get through all the questions in 5 minutes or less, and that's only about 30 seconds per question. Okay, so 10 to 12 questions which are asked in a duration of 4 to 5 minutes. All right, great. Now, very simple. For example, if I have this question, do you prefer home cooked food or food from restaurants? Right? So be confident and don't hesitate when you answer the questions actually, okay? Remember, these questions are about you. So you know them and you can give very straightforward answers, right? So for example, I prefer home cooked food because I think it's healthier and you know exactly what you are eating. And I also enjoy cooking for family and friends. All right. Okay, so understand how the speaking score is given and what to expect in this particular part, right? So that you won't have any surprises, right? Try to use idioms and a wide range of vocabulary appropriately, okay? The vocabulary, the words, the language, everything should be related to the question. And yes, giving straightforward answers without deviating from the topic also becomes very important. All right. So these are some of the common topics that you are asked in speaking part 1. And everything is related to you. Maybe your own experience, your own likes, your dislikes. For example, work, studies, daily routine, clothing, technology, family, internet, shopping, friends. There are a lot of topics. Okay. So as I mentioned before also, yeah, please, when you have these topics, when you have these subjects in front of you, one of the ways to get prepared for these topics are start building up your vocabulary. Okay, so for example, if you have the word work, okay, start brainstorming, start preparing 3 to 4 uncommon words or relatable words with which matches or which goes parallel with the word work, or similarly with clothing or family or internet. All right, great. So this was all about part 1. Let's come to part number 2, right? So part 2 is a cue card activity. It's a task card activity. Yes. So here you will have to describe something. Okay, you will need to describe something for which you will have to talk for about 1 to 2 minutes, right? You will have a cue card to look at, a 1 minute to make notes, right? So you get 1 minute preparation time to make notes before you start responding to the question. Okay, now what you should do? First of all, you should talk about what's on the card, avoid going off the topic, talk slowly and calmly and stay within the time limit. Yes, not you should not speak for too less time, you should not speak for too very long. Okay, so once your 2 minutes are over, the examiner is absolutely going to stop you and nothing is going to happen, right? So if the examiner is stopping you, he's interrupting you, that means your 2 minutes are over and he is pretty satisfied with your response, right? Great. Now, what you need to do, right? So you will be given a piece of paper which is known as a cue card and it will look like this. Okay. Describe a website you often browse, for example. That's the main question. That's the basic task. That's the main subject that you are going to talk about. Okay. And you should say, what is it? How long have you been using it? And detailed information about the website and explain why you often browse this website. So these 3 things you have to talk about. These 3 things you have to talk about, and it is very important, it is mandatory that you cover all the prompts that are asked you as a part of the question. Okay, and this is one final point, usually why. So you should always make it as a final or a closing part of your answer. All right, this is how a cue card question looks like. You have a question, you have 3 to 4 more questions. I mean, this is the basic topic, the website you often browse. That's your basic task, right? Then you will have 3 to 4 things to talk about, and then one final point, which usually say why. Okay, all right, great. Now let's see, how do we do this? Okay, how do we do this? Now, making notes. Yes, as I said, that you get 1 minute preparation time so that you can make notes. You can think what you are going to say. You can plan it accurately what you are going to say. All right. So you have 1 minute to think about your answer and make notes, right? Now, once you receive the cue card, guys, you will be given 1 minute to make notes and prepare your answer. All right. So this, I know this can be really challenging because it is not a lot of time to prepare. Okay. Now, how do you do it? Okay. Choose an answer quickly, first of all. How do you make a pattern? Okay. Yes. Choose your answer very, very quickly and make short notes. That's all. Just decide what you want to say and then write down some notes that will help you guide you as you speak. Okay, so to do this, you should note down important words, right? That will help you to remember a rough structure as well as important words such as 3 to 4 uncommon words or some difficult vocabulary. Okay, so you have absolutely no time to waste here. So don't try to write full sentences. Okay, I cannot stress this point enough, right? I have seen a lot of students, they write full sentence and when, then immediately they run out of time. Okay, so when you can write in 1 minute is, just important keywords and words are only enough to write. All right. Okay. Now, the notes should not contain full sentences, right? This takes too much time. Otherwise, this will take too much time. Okay. Instead, write useful vocabulary and short phrases, right? Any idiomatic language you want to use, any phrases or idioms that you want to use, right? It should help you remember what you want to say, but you should speak from your own mind. Yeah, just for the reference, just for the reference. So I must say important words, right? Important vocabulary that you are going to use. Yes, 2 or 3 connectors that will help you to bridge the gap between the ideas, or it will help you to link different ideas. Yes, and it is also going to help you in forming a proper sequence of your talk. So you should know, first I'm going to talk about this, then after that this, and this. All right, and most of the cue card questions will revolve around questions like, yeah, what, when, how, why, and which. All right. So you should be well aware about making a proper sequence before you actually start speaking. All right. I hope I make sense. I'm sure everyone is together. Yes. Are you guys with me? Yes, guys. Very good. Very good, Bhavisha. Very good. Great, great. Wonderful, wonderful, wonderful. I'm very happy to see that people are active and taking maximum out of this session. All right, great. Now, why note taking is important, guys? Why preparing notes is important? Yes, who will tell me? Why preparation is important? Yes. So this is what I said. Few words. Your notes should contain few words, difficult vocabulary, structure, and important ideas. Okay. Now it is very good formatting so that we should talk relevantly. Very good, Sadia. To have a correct idea of sentence reorder. Wonderful, Pratibha. Very good, very good. So you should not go out of words. Very good, Nino. Very good, Bispreet, Mayank. Yes, you guys are absolutely great. Yes, wonderful. Now, if your talk is not organized, you will lose marks. Simple as that. Just make a note. Please remember, trust me, guys, if your answer is not well organized, you will lose marks. Remember, part of your marking is based on how coherent and fluent you are, right? So coherence involves following a logical and clear structure. Yeah, without planning, I am pretty sure it is likely that you will end up describing a general aspect of the question rather than the specific parts. This is what happens. I've seen. See, it is coming out of my experience. Simple. Okay. And by this, you will also lose valuable points. So just, making a brief written plan. It is going to help you stay on the topic and stops you from deviating away from the points you have been asked to talk about. All right, guys, are we together? Are we together, guys? Yes. So you will not impress the examiner if you start immediately without planning. Okay, whatever your level is, even if you are good at your language, if you have a strong command over the language, still it is not going to help you. So do use that 1 minute very wisely. You are given to plan your speech and make notes. All right. Yes. Exactly, Mohammed Ali, PPT method. Yes, important pointers, right? Yes, very good, very good. Yes, Gagan, we can obviously see the cue card and our notes as well when we are speaking. Definitely, yes. All right. So just get your idea quickly. Don't waste time brainstorming lots of possible ideas to talk about. Yes. So your notes should contain some detail about the topic with examples and useful vocabulary. That's it. Okay. Get a structure ready and then spend some remaining 45 seconds on the structure. Okay. Write down your key points very briefly. Okay. Knowing the key, 2 or 3 things you are going to talk about and just write them down. All right. And also very important, have your first sentence ready before you begin talking. Yes, this gives you a confident start and it gives a very strong foundation of your answer. All right, great. Now coming to the most common topics that you get in speaking part 2. Yes, cue card are about people, about places, about experiences, feeling, habits, preferences, objects, and ideas. Okay, so for example, if I talk about people, yes, so you have a cue card like you can talk about a person whom you admire, right? Or you can, and the question will ask you, how long have you known him or her, what quality he or she has, and state the reasons why you admire him or her. Okay, right? Then talking about places, yes, for places, you can say describe a place you have recently visited. Okay, then if I talk about experience, yes, you can tell about your experiencing joining an activity in your country, for example, yes, such as a musical event, okay, a live concert, anything, right? Yes, feeling, right? The topic, this topic is a bit difficult because it is rarely discussed. So, but you can express your feelings when you forgot something, yeah, when you got lost, yes. So you can also explain your feelings when experiencing any disagreement as well, right? Talking about habits, right? So you can explain the activities you often do. For example, uh, explain about the websites you visit frequently, yes or no, right? Then preferences, if I talk about preferences, you can describe a movie or song you like. Yes, it is all about your likings. Describe, yes, describe the type of movie, yeah, or type of song, about you can talk about its popularity and so on, right? Coming to objects, you can explain the important thing that you own. It can be a car, it can be a laptop, yeah. Describe how long you have it, yeah, what it is used for, and why does it matter to you so much. All right, so such questions will be there, right? Coming to the last topic, which is ideas. So ideas can be anything, right? You can explain about something you use to save money, right? You can explain how it can help you save money, how to use it, and so on. All right. All right. So this was all about task 2, part 2. All right. Now in part 3, yes, it lasts for 4 to 5 minutes again. And here the examiner is usually asking you to asking you 4 to 6 questions, right? So which is also called a counter question or follow-up questions from part 2. All right. The test taker, the student, yes, he therefore has to elaborate and go in depth on the topic to answer these questions, right? Remember to speak fluently here as well, okay? And you should not memorize the content according to the topic, right? You need to give longer answers than in part 1 compared to part 1. Your answers may last between 30 to 60 seconds, right? So in part 3, comes straight after part 2 and you have no time to relax. So it is essential you stay calm, but just keep focused. Okay, focus is very important, right? So you need to give longer answers and how you develop your ideas, right? So by either citing the opinion, okay? So what do you think about this, for example, right? Remember to say why you think that way and just exemplify it, right? By evaluating, analyzing, yes, speculating, making some future prediction. What do you think what will happen to education in the future? Yes, explaining the cause and effect, being hypothetical. You can always imagine a situation. Yes, you can imagine or talk about unreal situations. Yes, by comparing or contrasting, talk about the difference between the similarities between two things. And then making a story or getting your idea starting from the past and getting it into present. So how were things different in the past and how have they changed, right? Okay, so this is how a part 3 question looks like, right? So for example, you have a cue card which says describe your favorite food. Yes, what is it made of, right? Where and when did you eat it first? Why do you like it? Do you know how to make it? Okay. Now, with respect to this cue card, the questions which can be asked in part 3, further questions can be, do you think diet is important? What is a balanced diet? Do people eat in restaurants in your country? What is the typical diet of people in your country and why do some people enjoy eating out, right? Yes. So can you see these questions are not exactly the same as cue card, but somehow they are related to the topic that was given to you in the cue card about food, right? So diet is related to food, balanced diet is again related to food. Yes. Restaurants, yes. Do people eat in restaurants? It is again related to the food. Typical diet of people in your country, again, yes, related to the food. And why do some people enjoy eating out? So these 4 to 5 questions will be asked in part 3. All right, great. Now I'll tell you what things you should remember to give your answer in part 3. Okay, so the first and most important thing is don't give personal answers. Yes, generalize your answer always in part 3. Yeah. So for example, if I have the question, the previous question, do you think dieting is important? Guys, listen to me very carefully. Do you think dieting is important? Yes. So if I say, yes, I am dieting to reduce weight and maintain a healthy lifestyle, I think everybody should go on a diet. So this answer would be an incorrect or it is not acceptable. Right? Don't give personal answers, right? So the correct answer can be, yes, I think it is important. So if people are above their normal weight and they are unhealthy, they should go on a diet in order to have a healthy lifestyle. Yes. So giving the answer in a general way. Don't give any personalized answers. All right. Next is give opinionated answers. Don't forget to state your opinion on the question asked, right? Again, let's take the same question. Yes, from the previous cue card. Why do you think people enjoy eating out? So the question is asking me, why do you think people enjoy eating out, right? So I will not forget to give my opinion as well, right? So I'll say, I think people prefer a change of place sometimes. Yes, they might not be interested in eating inside their house like they usually do every day. Moreover, connector guys. Yes, moreover, another reason might be that they love to try different cuisines from different restaurants. Yes, maybe they reach out to the restaurants for dishes whose preparations they are unaware or they are very good. Yeah, so eating outside with friends or family, it has also become a new trend. Yes, all right, guys. Yes, very good, great. Yeah, we can definitely give examples, right? But the answer has to be devised in a more general way. Okay, so that's the third point which you have asked, Gagan. Give examples along with your opinion. So that's how you strengthen your opinion, by giving relevant examples. Okay, so for example, if my question is, do you think parents should help their children with their homework, or should it be done by the children on their own? Yes, yeah. So how will I answer this question? Yes, I think it should be done by the children, uh, but they can reach out to their parents for any type of doubt they have. And I think this will help them understand their homework, as they will read more and research more to find out the answer. Yes. So I can give an example also here. For example, uh, one day my brother did his homework on his own. He understood better and read more about the topic than when my mom or I used to help him. Okay, so by this you can give personal examples, you can give real examples from your own life. All right, yes. So the very last thing again, these are some of the topics again. Yes, you should know the topics of the cue card, and these are some of the topics that you, based on which questions are framed for speaking part 3. Okay, public, technology, transport, education, right? So develop, lastly guys, before I close, develop a vocabulary list for each topic, right? Practice reading and listening within these topics. All right, and this is one of the ways you can start preparing for IELTS speaking. Okay, right. So once again, before I close, guys, I'm going to come at 7 p.m. and 8:30 p.m. So depending upon your suitability of the time, you can go and enroll for the batch. All right. If you really want to have an amazing journey of IELTS preparation, if you really want to know some beautiful strategies, some beautiful techniques, yes, to crack IELTS at the first attempt itself, please don't waste time, as you are getting a super plan today. Once again, people, super plan for IELTS aspirants. So you get the benefits of both IELTS Plus and Fast Track together at just rupees 95, right? The link is again being shared in the chat box. Please go and enroll yourself. So before I close, just show me a thumbs up. How many of you are coming in the evening? Yes, how many of you are coming? Let me know. Great. Let me know in the chat box. Wonderful, wonderful, guys. Wonderful. I'm eagerly waiting for all of you. Definitely. How many of you have paid? Great, great. Wonderful, guys. Wonderful. So this is really going to be unbelievable. This is for the first time that IELTS Plus Crash Course batch is coming up along with Fast Track. Very good, very good. So thank you everyone once again. See you all in the evening.